Chelsea manager Antonio Conte insisted he wasn't worried about his job despite seeing his 10 men suffer a second consecutive humiliating defeat on Monday, going down 41 at Watford. Goals from Daryl Janmaat, Gerard Deulofeu and Roberto Pereyra in the final 6 minutes handed Watford a welcome first win in 6 games to move the Hornets 6 points clear of the relegation zone. Chelsea, beaten 30 at home by Bournemouth on their last outing, had already been reduced to 10 men by Timo Bakayoko's first-half red card before Troy Deeney's penalty put Watford in front just before the break. Eden Hazard's brilliant strike 8 minutes from time briefly handed the visitors hope, but they remain fourth, just a point ahead of Tottenham Hotspur, with Conte's chances of remaining in charge for the rest of the season under the spotlight. "I work every day and I give 120%, if this is enough, okay, otherwise the club can take a decision, but I'm not worried," said Conte. "There is great disappointment for sure because I think our performance was very poor. We started very badly and without personality. We played with fear." Conte insisted ahead of the match he intended to see out his contract to 2019 despite a series of complaints this season over his lack of influence over the club's recruitment strategy. The Italian once again named a side without a recognized striker, with new signing Olivier Giroud only deemed fit enough for a place on the bench in the absence of Alvaro Morata due to a back injury. A makeshift front three of Hazard, Pedro Rodriguez and Willian struggled to get involved as Watford dominated on new boss Javi Gracia's home bow. "It is an unforgettable night," said Gracia. "A great victory and a great match. I am very proud of my players today. The match changed after the sending off, but I am happy for all the match, not only after the sending off. I don't think we have only a good result because Chelsea played with 10 players." Watford had a series of chances to go in front as Chelsea started slowly with Abdoulaye Doucouré, Deulofeu and Deeney failing to hit the target. Having been let off by Watford's wayward finishing, Chelsea weren't handed such a reprieve from referee Mike Dean as Bakayoko's miserable first season in England continued. The French midfielder was dismissed for 2 bookable offences within 5 minutes to leave the visitors a man light for the final hour. Conte immediately responded by replacing Willian with Cesc Fabregas. However, that did little to stem Watford's tide and they went in front when Thibaut Courtois brought down Deulofeu as he rounded the goalkeeper. Deeney made amends for his previous miss by burying the resulting penalty into the bottom corner. Watford continued to pose the greater threat after the break as Deulofeu and Richarlison sent shots inches wide of Courtois' left-hand post. The Belgian keeper then had to be at his best to turn Doucouré's drive behind. Giroud was finally handed his debut for the final 25 minutes in place of Pedro, who hobbled off with a nasty-looking injury that could make him out to face old side Barcelona in Chelsea's Champions League last 16 tie in 2 weeks' time. An individual moment of magic from Hazard gave Chelsea hope when he curled into the far corner from 25 yards for his 13th goal of the season. Parity only lasted 2 minutes, though, as Janmaat played a brilliant own-net-wo with Pereyra before slotting past a helpless Courtois to spark wild scenes of celebration at Vicarage Road. Deulofeu sealed the points 2 minutes later when he fired across Courtois with Chelsea's tired defence pulled apart. And Pereyra rubbed salt in the champions' wounds with a brilliant finish from a narrow angle in stoppage time.